My dad made me spy on my mom. When I was 5, I cried because my mom burned my grilled cheese. I didn't know that would be enough to trigger a beating, but I learned fast. My dad came stomping down the stairs. My mom threw her hand over my mouth, trying to hush me, panic in her eyes, but it was too late. Dad told me to go to my room, his voice tight and quiet, which was somehow worse than yelling. As I closed the door, I heard him erupt, screaming at her for being useless, stupid, not even able to cook a sandwich. Then came a loud, sickening thud. I ran back out. My mom was on the floor, holding her face, one eye already puffing up. I knelt beside her, terrified, but Dad just sneered. No need to comfort this woman. She got what she deserved. That was the beginning of everything. After that, my dad turned me into his own little spy. I was 5 and already forced to report on my mom like I was in some dystopian novel. If she left a glass out, I told him. If she forgot to pick me up on time, I told him. If I didn't, I got the belt. Or worse, what broke me was that she told me to obey. Do what your father says, she'd whisper, her face covered in bruises. I didn't understand. I thought every house worked like this, that this was just life. Then I went to my friend Eli's place. His mom burned a burger bun. I instinctively tensed, waiting for his dad to flip out, but he just laughed, kissed her on the cheek, and made a joke. It felt like watching Aliens. I didn't even realize I was holding my breath until I exhaled. I got home that night and found my mom curled up on the kitchen floor, her forehead bleeding, glass scattered around her. Dad was already passed out upstairs, snoring. I cleaned her up. She didn't say anything, just held on to me like I was the only thing left in her world. The next day, I went to the police. I told them everything, how I was used as a surveillance tool, how he beat us, how scared we were all the time. The social worker looked horrified. She promised a visit that night, said if it looked bad, they'd get us out. I actually felt hope for the first time. The visit happened. The bruises were right there. But when my mom saw who was at the door, she panicked, called my dad downstairs. I don't know how, but within 5 minutes, he had everyone convinced it was all a misunderstanding. She hit her head in a car accident, he said, and our son, well, he has an overactive imagination. The social worker left. That night, I tried to run. He caught me. You think what I did to your mom was bad? He whispered. You should have seen what my dad did to snitches. Next morning, I woke up on the floor, my back burning, my body aching. My mom cleaned me up without a word. Then she looked me dead in the eyes and said, we can never tell anyone again. He convinced them. He'll always convince them. From then on, things got worse. Dad tightened the system. New rules, he said. You report everything, or we both pay. I had to tattle. If I didn't, he'd take it out on her. Sometimes she'd even remind me, tell him I forgot to sweep. She'd whisper with tears in her eyes. I broke down in the school bathroom one day. Couldn't stop shaking. That's where Hugo found me. He didn't ask questions. He just sat with me. Next day, he shared his lunch. After that, a cool rock he found. He didn't pry, just made me feel like a person again. Eventually, I told him a little. Just pieces. Enough. He told me his cousin had gone through something similar, that she got out. It sounded impossible, but I started to believe. I buried myself in school. When my grades shot up, my dad backed off a little. Not much, but enough. Still, he was paranoid. He'd show up to school out of nowhere, grill me about who I talked to. One day I slipped and mentioned Hugo to my mom. Thought it was safe. She told my dad. A week later, Dad goes, invite him over. I want to meet your friend. I panicked. Told Hugo to cancel. Begged him. His parents had already accepted. Maybe this is good, he said. Maybe they'll see. They didn't. Click the full story to see what happened next.